everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Cupid. So, this time we're going to go for ending 2. So yeah. I love you. Yes. Haven't you learned your lesson, idiot? Okay, we're gonna skip. Yes. Then stop your disobedience. We're gonna skip. This is way better. This is all your fault. Skip. Oh. We must not linger. We must not linger in this place any longer. I detest it. Yes. He's the same as everyone. He is the same as everyone. Yes. There are no more good people in the world, child. Yes. Of course I do. Oh fuck, I hit my phone. Of course I do. Of course, child, you are special. Haven't I raised you as such? I've tried my best, my dearest. And you keep me right. We're gonna save after this because the guide says to, so since I live by a guide, I will do it. Let's just get hold on, down page 2. Let's just get a new one. Return. Okay. Oh. Fuck, I did the wrong one. Skip to the next one. I'm supposed to save after this, not after that. Didn't I tell you to leave? Didn't I tell you to leave, insolent child? Here we go. Here, I'll just say it over. Yes. Okay, that's where I was supposed to save it. Didn't I tell you to leave? Yes. Oh god, don't crash. She's nothing but selfish. She led you astray. Catherine is a curse. She drove you to a love I warned you about. I'm glad you were back to me. Yes, we're gonna be doing that a lot. Look at how he's unperturbed by Catherine's death. Retribution. Start with his guilt, child. Uncover his lies, crush his mask. He must pay for everything he has done. Achievement unlocked. A grudge. I knew it. Yes. Leave now while he is not looking, child. What are you doing just standing there? He's going to see you. Leave now while you still have the chance. All right, Mother, maybe you're right. Unfortunately, Gimli lifted his head and saw her by the door. Now we're gonna console her. And we're going to open it. Revenge will be sweet, my dear daughter. Do it for Mother. Okay. Yeah. Are you worried about Catherine now that he's here? filthy mannequin. It is obvious she will abandon you. Family is more important. I'm the only one who will care for you forever, forever, darling. A mother's love will endure. This bond can never be broken by time or absence. Family lifts you up. It saves. Yeah, I should save. Of course you feel this way. You see them often. But when you lose touch, you're left with nothing but a collection of strangers. And believe me, my dear, they will leave. They always leave. You amuse them now, but soon they will abandon you too. And we're gonna skip. Yes, family was important. These familial bonds kept her from losing herself. It was her rock, her foundation. But were these bonds the only constant value? These friends. Yeah. In her heart, she had found a home with them. What more was needed? Yep. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Oh no. Don't crash. Please don't crash. No. Oh, thank God. Fuck. She's probably repulsed by you. What did you expect? After what you did to her, you little monster. Of course she will avoid you like the plague. No matter. She's never going to love you like Mother does. Don't crash. You'll take revenge for me. Oh, wow. Take revenge for me! As his hands were overhead. Yes. Take revenge! You fancy him, don't you? You hate him, don't you? We're gonna save right here. And then we're gonna skip. I don't know why we're saving this. You're my best friend, Rosa. Friends avenge each other, don't they? My darling daughter. Take revenge! We're going to take the key first. Gonna skip. Wasn't this black before? Huh. 19th of December. Today I have learned the meaning of humility. It is the act of genuflecting. It is kneeling on the hard marble floor until your knees bleed. It is prostrating yourself upon the Lord, opening your mouth and accepting whatever is put in. Okay? They Oh shit! Oh god. They say it is called communion. Communion. In a sense, you can call it that. I have learned a new word I hate. At least he was behind me, so I didn't have to endure his stupid face during the whole ordeal. Last time I couldn't help but laugh at the faces he made, and I received a whipping afterwards. Glory be. Well, fucking shit. Achievement unlocked, filthy colors. I know I'm not supposed to be writing this. God forgive me. Yes. 23rd of April, 1471. Thomas got me a job under the court of the Royal Prince Albert. I tried to object, but he told me to do it. I admire him greatly. His mind is deep, his demeanor like that of a king. I will help him in any way I can. I will support him. I just wish he'd listen to me sometimes. I know what he's planning, but he doesn't like it when I talk back. His temper is the only thing that distresses me. but I can't imagine living it with anybody else. I love him. His love is his love is strong, like ale mixed with blood and bruises.
Well,
Fuck. God damn. Holy shit. Achievement unlocked! Domestic abuse! Wow, fun! Fun family-friendly content. I am staying under the bridge tonight. What are you, a fucking troll? At least until the mutiny ends. They will never find her body. It's the best I can do. She should be thankful I didn't leave her to the dogs after what she had done to me. I was nothing to her but a poor sap to be manipulated, and yet that fire in her eyes burned ever so lovely. Such sentiment. Humph. 16th of September, 1501. I have invited the shy Lady Isabella to walk with me tonight. She seemed to wilt at my touch, almost flinches when I come near her. It is funny because I know she secretly wants me to grab her neck, rip her clothes off, and take her on the table in front of everyone. Well, goddamn, that escalated quickly. Whatever will her husband say? Every time I look at her, I see her depraved cravings painted in her eyes. It makes me giggle out of the blue. She even wonders what it would be like if I use a cross in her. Oh my god! That fucking caught me off guard! Holy shit! This escalated so fucking fast, I wasn't ready for this. She even wonders what it would be like if I used a cross in her ass. Maybe she'll find out. Oh god. That reminds me of like... Isn't there this like website where like they sell sex toys, but they're like religious sex toys, like for example, like a holy cross that has a dildo at the end. It's a dildo shaped into a cross. Cross shaped. I don't know. Sacrilege and sex achievement unlocked. Or achievement unlocked, sacrilege and sex. 30th of March, 1515. I'm fleeing the country to escape from jail. I guess some of my dirty books didn't sit well with the church and the authorities. It gives me great pleasure to watch them flail and brandish me as a harlot, all the while wondering what my thigh would taste like. What? I finally found out what they are. They are my playthings. I can poke them and do things to them, and they will still love me. I can be the most fiendish little devil, or a saint. I guess I shall play around a bit with a new name, dance the same old song. Marquis de Sade. Achievement unlocked, Marquis de Sade. Marquis de Sade. 4th of October, 1521. I was careless before. I bit off more than I can chew. Perhaps I was too infatuated with the romp of royalty and the trappings of power. I should remember that my primary goal is to survive. Oh, but really, where's the fun in that? I can be daring sometimes. I just have to be smarter. I have the advantage of time on my hands. I've come to understand my real purpose in life, and that is to enjoy it. Otherwise, what else? We're going to read more. Perhaps there might be some more. Those were all the entries she could read, okay. She closed the book. Hey, achievement unlocked, unlocked all entries, woo! Fun. We're gonna skip again. Do it for me. You must do it for me. For my peace. I can't see it. There we go. Yes. To destroy him, of course. To destroy him, of course. Are you really this daft child? He devours the minds of those that love him. I cannot think of a more disgusting creature. We must destroy him. It needs to be done. He needs to pay for the victims of his curse. Yes, it is. Of course it is. No, you're not. No. No? I think he can change. Perhaps I still might be able to save him. He will never change. He will not listen to you. This is new. He will never change. You cannot change him, child. This is his nature. What kind of creature has no redemption? That kind of creature has no redemption. Yes, but isn't he a creature of love? So am I. Love, no matter how lonely and depraved, always gives of all of itself. Only I can understand. Only I can save him. That is why I want to try. So if you are throwing all of our efforts away, what do you tend to do? What do you intend to do? Yes, what do you intend to do? The spell cannot be reversed now. It is dangerous to leave it unfinished. I will light a gape and make him remember. Will that even work? You were to do no such thing. Will that even work? I'm gonna ask that. What if it doesn't work, child? A gape is a blessing, not a curse. A monster of his caliber will only shrug it off. And what will become of you then? Please don't do this. Trust in me, Mother. I will do the right thing. You? You? What could you possibly hope to do, you dumb child? You are ignorant, naive. Just a brainless, dangerously idealistic girl with her head up in books and fiction. There is no happy ending in this life, you worm. Oh, you bring me so much pain. I should have abandoned you years ago. You cannot hurt me any longer, Mother. I know that you love me. You are my memory. As such, I want to remember you as the one person who loved me with her whole heart. Not the tainted woman who abused me. It is my fault you act this way. Your voice is my own insecurities and my own pain. Now, not anymore. Good job! Stick it to the man, Rosa. Stick it to your head. How dare you degrade me into an apparition? I am real! Listen to me! You have called me a good person before. You believe in me, don't you, Mother? You have guided me well. Believe in me. Believe that I am doing the right thing. I love you so much, but I cannot follow all your wishes anymore. Let me make my own decisions from now on. Scream at her, plead. We're gonna plead! My darling, I know you are strong now, but please, are you not going to avenge me? Wouldn't you do that for me? Revenge? Is it really what you want? Will that give you the peace you seek? Yes! I don't know. I don't know. What else? I do not think revenge is what you really want. I don't know what you are talking about. You are a part of me, Mother. You are me. You simply crave punishment. You crave atonement. Is it not true? Darling, what will become of me now without my rule to guide you? Can you really make it on your own? Of course, Mother. I will still listen to you and love you, but my mind is clear. I am capable. I will save him, whether you allow me to or not. Why? You love him, don't you? Why? why are you making an effort to save him? After all that he has done, because I am all he has left. But you have seen what he really is. You have seen his true ugly face. We are all ugly. I want to believe there's something worth saving in him as well. After all, Mother, where would I be if you had not seen beauty in me too? I'm sorry, Mother. I know you hate him from the bottom of your heart, but I have already forgiven him. Like how I have already forgiven you. How dare you? I understand. I cannot stop you from feeling this way, can I? I will try to save him from himself because that's what I'm supposed to do. Perhaps that is the reason why I was sent his way. I got to spend years with him and have memories of him. He taught me how to be strong. He got to watch me grow into the strength. It is more than I can ask. You do know that he does not feel the same way for you. He does not love you, child. Yes, that makes me better than him, because I love him without asking for anything in return. A concept that has never yet crossed his mind. So be it. So be it. We're gonna save right here. Just know that he is powerful and full of pride. He will not take kindly to being bound by magic. We can only hope, Mother. I don't trust him. Please take care of yourself. I don't trust him. Won't you at least find something to defend yourself with? He's quite volatile. It would put me at ease if you get yourself a weapon. Rosa thought for a while. That is reasonable enough. I shall find one. Achievement unlocked! The talk! Wonderful. Chapter 8, Transience. What? Transience. What? This is a chapter 8? What? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen, so let's see. Let's just jump into it. What in me is dark. No light, but rather darkness visible. But that is not me. What is in me is not me. I fought with it, lived with it, survived. Yet, we become what we subdue. If this is true, then I was never myself. Oh. We've seen all of this before. I am not a monster. Haha, I got it. Should it? I don't really need to take a screenshot of that. Then what are you? Tired. Did you even really love me? Or were you just hungry? It is hard to divide that line sometimes. Hunger hovers over every action I take. Maybe I was bored. That's sweet of you, Gilly. Truly, marvelously classy. What are you doing in my dream, Catherine? Oh! I came to punch you in the face, you fucking bastard! And then, perhaps, say goodbye. Pain wells up in my throat and I answer it with anger. Goodbyes are pointless. Ugh, my face... God. Ugh! I have no need for them. You're just another voice in my conscience that will fade away in time. No, I am not. You're still a bastard, and mind you. But I love you still. And I loved you. But does that matter now? I will love another one quite like you in the future. You know, I can always tell when you're lying to me. Your mouth does that little twitch, and your nose flares up like you smell something bad. That man you knew is gone. He was nothing but an illusion you yourself designed, my dear. I only adapt. Then why do you still do it? How can I still tell you're lying? I'm not. Liar. You were holding a telescope. Oh, look at this. This is nice. I like the music, by the way. This game has really good music. Too bad most of it gets my videos copyrighted, but, like, whatever. I don't see it! Sagittarius is over there, I laughed, pointing your hand to the night sky. Beneath this blanket of stars, the brightest one was sitting right beside me. Aw, would you believe me if I say I never meant to kiss you? But I'm glad I did. I'd hoped you wouldn't see my handshake. In your eyes, I feel like I am somebody worth loving. I am a lie, but that was the truth. The air you struck my heart with worked both ways, Moncho. Monchu. Monchu. I have loved you since I was a child. You. And you had to keep this mask on for years longer than you usually had to. But you see, when you become something for a long time, it imprints on you like a seed. Maybe you liked keeping this face, Monchu. Monchu? Your cat died today and we buried it in my garden. I can't see. Oh, I can somewhat see it. You gotta. If you guys are like on a computer watching this, just like lean your head down as far as it can go. Like hunch over, and then you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Or just turn your brightness down. You know, whatever works. I don't know if that would work, but you can only see it if you try. Oh fuck, I can't even see my mouse. There we go. You were crying so hard nobody could comfort you. Candies or sweets and bribes never worked. In my desperation, I said everything dies, as if that was a truth worthy to be told to a child. Everything dies but you. Did you know that the baker's dog also died? Things die, so please don't be upset. You don't die, though. Your eyes stared up at me. To my surprise, you began to laugh. But you don't you don't die at all. You have been around for like ever. Everything dies, except for me. But that's because I'm special. You are such an idiot. You're such an idiot because you're lying to me because you don't die. So what you're saying is, what I'm gathering here is that basically Gimmick groomed her as a child. The baker's dog also died. Are you really trying to cheer me up? I shifted uncomfortably in my boots, but your laughter had you in stitches. You took away my love. Whee! Yes, I'm taking screenshots of everything. Shut up, okay? I could do whatever I want. My channel, my videos, whatever. You do whatever I want. If you don't like it, then you can, oh no, not watch my videos. Yeah. But you can't take away my memories. Memories falter and fade. When you have lived as long as I have, memories are cheap. Love is cheap, Catherine. So, would you please leave me now? I don't want to remember you anymore. I don't want this. Once upon a time, there was a man who lost his heart, so he eats others. I never lost it. I've always been cursed without it. Then take mine. Yours? Take my love with you until the end of time. You will never go hungry again. That's not true. You hated me at the very end, like everyone else. Well, you ruined my life, so of course I hated you. Pfft, you lied to me. You used me. But love and hate can be so similar. It's as simple as flipping a coin. But don't give me apathy, Gilme. I want my memory to burn as bright as a star in your mind. And this memory I want you to remember me by is not my body hanging lifelessly by a rope. Remember me as the child who loved you. My dear Gilme, I love you. I forgive you. An unfamiliar bitterness washes over my tongue. It threatens to sting my eyes with tears, clenching my throat with pain. Curiously, it is a sensation almost foreign in its rarity. Love. Is it possible? Can I love a memory? Can I survive with only your love to give me sustenance? I take a step towards you. Oh. No, go back. I caught it. Woo! Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good. Something stirred in my dreamscape, and suddenly you were not there anymore. Oh! Ah! Oh my god, I got it! Oh my god, I'm good. I wasn't even expecting me to get that right on the first time. Oh my god. Damn, I'm proud of myself. Oh, sick. This is sick. This is sick. I'm ready for things to go wrong. I see you in the distance. A semblance of your visage upon a grassy hill. The sky is dark. The moon hangs ominously upon your head. Catherine! Run! But you cannot hear me. My legs are draped in clear jelly. What? In dreams, everything is slow. I cannot get to you in time. Oh my god! Oh my god! What is this, Catherine? Is this supposed to be Catherine? Your face begins to change. You are Catherine. You are Emily. You are Marcus. You are Diomedes. You are Psyche. Your head begins to snap and distort. The skin bubbles and the flesh tears to reveal the pulsing hide of the monster inside. Your glistening heart pumps in your chest. Your feathers pruned and majestic from recent feeding. Yet I am not afraid of this thing and its many mouths. You are merely holding a mirror up to me. A slithering hand wraps around my neck and lifts me from the ground. The pressure tightens as I struggle. One of your tongues licks the side of my belly, as if sampling the food before the course. Running away again? Content to starve yourself and feed off a memory? Pathetic. You still look like Catherine. Maybe that is the most painful part. I can't bear to look at you. Why starve yourself when there is plenty to eat? Why beg for scraps when you can gorge? Did you really think your life could change? You know better. Son of beauty, brother of night, love. That's you. You are a sickness. Wherever you will go, this shadow will haunt you. Collect your trinkets, by all means. Relive your precious memory. But know that you will be nothing more than a hypocrite. A clean man walking in a mountain of filth. Open your eyes. Open them. Behold my true, glorious form. Yeah, that's pretty glorious. Are you wearing like thigh-high stockings now? Like, damn. Or thigh-high socks. Damn. That's kinky. Humans are insatiable. Men and women, they are all rabid for love. How many times have you been their toy? Humans are cruel to things they desire. I must be powerful. I must be on top. I control them instead of them controlling me. I will not be a piece of meat. Never again. Your face softens and the grip on my neck drags me close to your lips. You claim my mouth with yours, and it tastes just like honey. Okay, that's a lot of spit going on there. God damn. God damn. If you guys don't like spit, don't look at this. It's kind of gross. It's kind of nasty. Kind of too late for me to tell you that now. Spit ropes between our lips. Yeah, clearly! Love is my sustenance. Love is my sustenance. I will take what I can, because they so willingly give. Oh. Please tell me I can go into MS Paint and photo negative this and see what it looks like. Please tell me there's normal colors. I really need to get on doing that though. Like, come on, man. I must get rid of this dastardly spell I am under. It is playing with my mind. Catherine is gone like her memory. In the end, this was an old, vile magic. A cheap parlor trick. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. Well, I caught some of it. I caught the very end of it. Didn't catch the middle frame, but that's okay. I don't need to get everything. Funny how I say that. Proceeds to get everything else. Whoever touched me will pay. Okay, well, I didn't do it. Don't. Gilney woke up with the dream still fading from his memory. He was not in his room, but in Catherine's. This did not surprise him. Whoever cast the spell did not do so on a whim. To take him away from his sanctuary was to render him weaker. A pure white candle flickered on the table. Its flame looked as though it was ready to go out. I couldn't save you. I tried. Rosa stepped out of the shadows. You! Gilney stared at her with irritation. What is the meaning of this, Rosa? Is this your doing? She looked at him with sadness. I was too weak to save you, Gilney. Save me from what? From what you are. Gilney's face crumpled into confused anger. I didn't expect such contempt from someone I trusted. Do you expect me to ask your forgiveness for what I've done, sire? Because I won't. I will stand by what I did. I will do it again if I can. But such a spell requires much preparation. You are not to do that again. Do you hear me? I will not allow myself to be subjected to such an insult. I'm not trying to do something that petty. I'm trying to save you. I do not know what you're talking about. If you persist in this foolish behavior, then I will be forced to take action. Go ahead. But I will simply try again. Stop it! Gimli grabbed her shoulders in irritation and shook her. They stared at each other in heavy silence, and Gimli somewhat regretted his forcefulness. But Rosa did not flinch or look away, even at his outburst. There's no fear of fragility in her eye at all. She held her steady gaze until it was Gilme who looked away. Why are you doing this? You should know how pointless it is. I had to try, Gilme. If there is a way to save you, I'm inclined to take it. I had hoped Catherine's memory might work on you. Gilme, I cast a spell to give you her memory, so you don't have to resort to feeding. He does not like that at all. Gilme recoiled from her like her skin was scalding to the touch. How did you? Rosa just stared at him, her eye clear and resolute. I know what you are because we are the same. We are creatures that emanate desire and feed on love. I have lived with this curse knowing only a semblance of what I am. Mother taught me how to control it, even in her own twisted way. I was lucky, Gilme. I wasn't alone. But you were. Rosa's eyes bloomed with sadness. I can only imagine how hard that must have been. Gilme staggered back in shock. So there was another one like him. Desperate hope clutched onto him like talons. Was that why he had taken to her so without wanting to feed on her? Was that why he had taken to her so without wanting to feed on her? What? That's why I'm doing this, Gilme. I wanted to give you Catherine's memory, like how Mother's memory keeps me sustained. Love doesn't have to be taken like this. There are other ways. Gilme frowned indignantly. Don't you think I have tried that? You're still very young, I can tell. I have already endured centuries of this curse. I know all the tricks to survive. From strangers to the villagers, I know how much I can take. I am meticulous. Then why must you insist on this method? With no reason to stand for ceremony, Gilme's face changed easily. Rosa's jaw clenched. She was talking to a stranger now. His face lost the virtue that once belonged to a blameless man. It was replaced by a curious, cheeky grin. Cheeky cunt! A perpetual look of childlike mischief. This man irritated her, and yet somehow Rosa felt like she had known him for a lifetime. He'd always been there, hadn't he? Or rather, it had always been him. Why? Because it is fun, and the taste is worlds better. The experience of drawing out love is unlike any human feeling. It is transcendent. It is the only moment I feel alive. The only moment I feel like a god. Once you've had a taste of it, nothing else compares. You must try it. I bet you can only afford to be self-righteous because you don't know any better. You're wrong. I did it to Catherine. I tasted her love, but I was able to stop myself in time. I knew it would destroy her. So that was you, Makes sense that Catherine's love for me waned. That never happened before. Desire can be controlled, Guillemette. I do not wish to control it. Why should I? Admit it, you've longed for that taste since your tongue's dipped in its pot. Rosa did not speak. She shifted nervously on her feet. Guillermo went on. We are given this curse to endure, Rosa. Why must we scutter in the corner and humble ourselves? To whom do we abdicate ourselves to? To normal people? They are beneath us. For all their achievements and talents, love is the only thing that can drive them mad. Don't you see? Their weakness is the one thing we feed on. It is a natural order. Guillermo stepped closer to her and touched her bare arm. He tried to hide his bliss. I told you before, his bliss from touching her, what? If you need power, then be powerful. I will teach you how to wield it. You still have much to learn. If you will join me, Rosa, just imagine what we can do. We will be powerful, you and I. Rosa's momentary confusion faded. The hard look appeared on her face once again. I will never join you. You use people for your gain. So? Guillermo's voice couldn't keep from rising. What of it? Isn't it the rule of human existence? It's all a game, Rosa. A game I play to win. So people's lives are a game to you? Guillermo shrugged. Of course they are. Humans use and abuse. Humans use and abuse and they throw away on whim. They destroy for no apparent reason except that they want to. It took me the longest time to understand why. I realized it is simply their nature. Humans don't play fair, but I do. And I still get ahead. And I still get ahead. Ooh. Rosa's eyes narrowed at Guillermo. How can you throw people away so easily? Don't you see that there are good people like Catherine? You are afraid to remember. You are afraid to give them the worth they deserve. You rejected her memory, content to forget her value. Guillermo was silent for a few moments. Then he gave a low snicker. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. That is an amusing thesis. He looked at her dumbfounded face pitifully. Another chuckle escaped. Guillermo couldn't help it. You got me all wrong, Rosa. I do not undervalue people. In fact, I love them. I revere them. I am grateful. They sustain me after all. That alone deserves all the appreciation and care I can give. I loved Catherine with every fiber of my being. She was a kind soul. She tasted perfect. But I think you underestimate how long I've been on this dirty, forsaken rock. Good people are not rare and precious treasures. As such, they are not to be handled any differently from the rest. What? And all this talk about worth. Do you mean some people are worth more than others because they are kind? What if from now on I only consume bad people? Or how about those in the lowest caste of society? Ruffians, rapists, thieves. It is easy to be kind when you are privileged. But those poor, unworthy souls, surely no one would miss them. Would that make you feel better? Rosa faltered. That's not what I'm saying. That is exactly what you are saying. You're telling me I shouldn't feed because there are good people out there that deserve better. So if they're bad, it is all right? How terribly judgmental of you. No, Every human being has a capacity for kindness or cruelty. To judge somebody on such a volatile detail, that is prejudice. After all, a kind man can mull the death of his fellow man no sooner than a criminal can turn a new leaf. The truth is, there are no good or bad people. There are just people. He's got a point, and I'm not picky. Stop saying that! It even looks soliloquy. I don't know how to say words sometimes. You don't really believe that, do you? You hurt me. You hurt like me. You want acceptance like me. I know deep inside you want something more. More than a feeding or a craving. You've written as much in your diary. You sneaky little minx. Didn't I tell you you were not supposed to touch that? Stop! Please stop this, Gilmay. I implore you. Her pleading face stirred something in Gilmay. But the callousness in his heart had decades to harden. He snorted. Or what? What do you plan to do, little girl? Is this it? Is this your plan? Put on a light show and talk me to death? Surely you didn't think it would be that easy. If you have a different offer, I'm all ears. I thought as much. Well, good talk. Albeit a little pointless, I'm sure you'll agree. Is that what you think of Catherine, then? Nothing but cattle? Gilmay winced despite himself. I loved Catherine. I know you, too, loved her completely, whether you admit it or not. You can't take love without giving it, can you? Gilmay sighed in annoyance. Just another spoke in the old fun wheel. You're lying if you say you are not the least bit troubled by your actions. That's a start, Gilmay, the first step. It means you're not as cold as you want to appear. If you admit your guilt and take responsibility for her death... Gilmay waved her away with an indifferent scoff. I refuse. Her death was her own decision. I had no hand in that. She reaped what she sowed, and I collected. That is all. With this validation, the assured smile came back to his lips. He shrugged. Who knows? Maybe she could have gotten better over time. Most people bounce back from the loss of love. Or not. Who really knows? Is it my fault she gave me everything? I didn't ask her to. Which was only fair. Like you said, I didn't hold back. It was an equal exchange. Rosa's throat went dry. Oh, love. Love is the strongest force in the world. But it is never pure. Always tainted. Always poisoned. What are you talking about? Well, I hate to shatter this vision you have of Catherine, but she wasn't so righteous. She was as selfish as everyone else. What? Think back, Rosa. All of our fights started because of her jealousy. She couldn't stand the thought of somebody else getting a slice of her pie. And why not? She even unlocked jealous Catherine. Wasn't I convenient for little Miss CUPID? Yes, of course, convenient and perfectly adequate. Sweet, boring, obligingly Marquis de Gaulle. Wasn't he so easy to love? He could help her achieve her grand dreams, give her the good life that hovered just beyond her reach. After all, Gilmay didn't seem to have any plans of his own, did he? As if satisfied to exist only for her. Honestly, what a catch. What an impressive pedestal. Even when the core of this love poisoned her, she made no attempts to leave. I wonder why. Now there's a question. Why indeed? Because she had hope, Gilmay. She stayed hoping her feelings for you would return. That was how much she loved you. Gilmay scoffed. How sweet of you to say. You really thought Catherine stayed with me just for love? And not at all because she was scared, insecure, comfortable? Gilmay tapped his chin in mock contemplation. Or maybe she just wanted so badly to be a Marquis's wife. Such a proud girl she was. Must she settle for anything less? That will show all the people who used to scorn and underestimate her. They who called her sister a whore, the ones who called her and her mother mad. That will show them. Rosa took a shaky step back. Mother's words forced themselves into her head. They are all the same. They are all selfish. Rosa bit her lip. It is not true! I won't believe it! Catherine was a kind person. So what? Does it matter? Does being kind justify selfishness? Does being kind even save anyone? You are heartless. Maybe. It has been so long I can't tell. Always, the love of self is first, Rosa. I don't take it personally. Shut up! Don't you ever get tired of justifying your hunger? So, Catherine wasn't perfect, yet you simply pass the blame. All just excuses! The truth is, you just don't want to stop, do you? You're no god, no high being. You're nothing but a common vampire, a monster! Guillemets' face twitched. Feeding on the love of the people who love you? You must know how wrong that is. Guillemets' fist shook visibly, but he kept his smile. His voice remained pleasant and calm. So you compare me to storybook monsters now, Rosa? How insulting. But yes, wouldn't it be easier if I dined on blood or flesh? Something tangible, perhaps. Something physical. Things would have been so much simpler. After all, if I drank blood, I wouldn't have to tangle with their lives. He turned to Rosa, his eyes burning, and she could feel the heat in his stare. I wouldn't have to be sane. Guillemets' voice shook with anger. She flinched. You self-righteous minstrel! How dare you talk to me about guilt? How dare you call me a monster? You chastise me, singing songs of praise for the greater good. Have you ever tasted your own betrayal on the lips of the person you love? Do you know what it's like to strangle a hope with your own hands? I look into their eyes and see them die from the inside out. Am I worth it? Am I worth all their lives? Never! But I do it again and again and again, just for the right to exist. You read my journal and act like you know me. You know nothing. I wish I was a monster. Maybe then I wouldn't have to feel. The silence reigned between the two of them. Gilmay's face went blank after his outburst, almost confused at the words that came out of his mouth. He forced his lips into a placated grin. Pardon me, I didn't mean to shout. He took a deep breath and refused to speak again. Rosa buried her face in her hands. He was right. She had come here with an overestimation of herself. Her ethics were the cries of a child. How could he listen to someone immersed only in her own tender ideals? If she wanted to help him, she had to know his pain. But what could she say? Her mind struggled with the words. They all sounded artificial in her head. All she could do was hold out her hand to reach him, couldn't she? She could offer him hope, a little warmth away from the chunk of ice beating inside of him. She approached him tentatively. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken such hateful words. But don't you see? You don't have to endure this pain anymore. I am offering you a different path, Guillemets. Let me help you. He didn't speak, nor move. Rosa held on to the pain she saw in his eyes a moment ago. It was her only hope. But if there ever was a trace of it in his face, it had flitted away before it took substance. His abject face contorted into a grin. He chuckled. Then his laughter filled the room, cold, bitter laughter that chilled her skin into a shiver. Rosa drew her hand away in fear. You really don't get it, do you? I meant to say that is what makes it substantive. It is precious. What? Make no mistake, I endure all this not for something as silly or disposable as blood. Love. Love is worth all the pain. The best wine tastes like the dirt from which it was exalted. Rosa's mouth dropped in horror. She stepped away from him. A cold shiver passed her spine. No! 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 Kill me! She stared at him, grasping at the flicker of hope that came as fast as it went. He had built a kingdom from the maze of his own heart. Both ruler and prisoner, both exalted and doomed. She could feel the cracks in his armor, the crumbling of a wall. He wanted to get out. Rosa thought she saw light in his darkness, her hand reaching out to be saved. But where was it now? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, it's just a cracked image. I'll just take a picture of it anyways, 'cause like, why not? I did not expect this to be long. I mean, I expected it to be long. How long have I been recording for? Wait a second. Oh wow, an hour and 1 minute. Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're getting through it. I don't expect this to be too much longer. But where was it now? Where was this hope? It was gone. Had it ever been there at all? Or did her desire to help him trick her into seeing what she wanted to see? Rosa bit her lip to steel herself. Oh, don't look at me like that. I had the same morals as you when I was younger. But time smooths out our rough ideologies. I was wrong. I thought I could still save you. You're quite full of yourself if you think you can save people. Gilmore took a step towards her, and Rosa's throat closed up. Get away from me! I'm not going to hurt you, Rosa. If you wish to debate philosophy further, we can do so for 1,000 more years. But aren't we ignoring the single most potent truth? We found each other. So many souls running around this earth, and we actually managed to meet. Do you realize how momentous this is? I can give you love, Rosa. Forget Catherine or your mother. They are remnants of a bitter past. How long are you going to hang on to their memories anyway? Love is not something to be thrown away, Gilmay. It endures. I know this because I've loved Mother this long despite the pain. She was cruel, but now I understand she had my best interests at heart. Achievement unlocked. What makes a good parent? From under the folds of her dress, Rosa took out a locket. It was a locket he had given her at the cliff. Gilmay stared at it, confused. Remember the person in the picture, Gilmay? Oh, you got it open. Pray tell, who is it? Is it the Queen? This is my mother. Achievement unlocked! Dysfunctional family. What? Gilmay's mind went blank for a moment. I felt something for you from the very beginning. My heart felt close to you. I want to believe that is because we are family. Don't you see? That's why I can't give up on your redemption so easily. I care for you more than you think, Gilmay. Gilmay furrowed his brow. Indeed, the woman in the picture stirred something in his memory. And yet, no matter how much he searched his memories, he could not remember. Was there such a woman that bore him a child in the past? A sudden hope dug its nails into his chest once again. He answered this hope with contempt, a force of habit. Pardon me, my memory is a bit rusty. What was her name again? Rosa parted her lips in disappointment. Is that all you're going to say? You were carrying my mother's picture all this time. You are my father, Gilmay. That is probably why we are the same. Curiously, there is an urge to take back his haughty words. But Gilmay forced it down. This pain made him uncomfortable. Her tears were starting to hurt him. He laughed and shrugged, and then promptly clenched his jaw. At least we're getting through to him. He didn't like how she made him aware of his own failings. A sudden irritation at Rosa came over him, an itch to hurt her. Oh dear, forgive me. Oh dear me. Forgive my cynicism, darling. He scratched his chin to hide his distress. That portrait is quite blurry, and I am barren. Rosa staggered. How much of your mother do you really remember? I don't remember any being birthing me, do you? Do you? You must admit the possibility that this mother you speak of was simply a stranger who took you in as her own, Rosa. Fueled by the force of your curse, she was deluded, possessive, and hysterical. I do not deny that I might be the root of her delusion. She must have searched for me, and found you by accident instead. Guillemot shrugged. An alternate theory, but one that makes more sense. What are you saying? Simple. Whoever created a pathetic thing such as me deemed it impossible to scatter my seed. It was just as well. There was a tinge of bitterness in his amused voice. After all, to wish this curse upon somebody else, my child, nonetheless. That would make me a different kind of monster altogether. Rosa looked at the locket with shaking hands. She opened her mouth to say something, but promptly closed it. The fight had vanished from her eye. Tears fell as she closed the pendant in her fist. Guillemot fidgeted uncomfortably. If you want to believe it so much, then I can be your father if you so wish. That's a little bit creepy. Why did he say that? Yeah, why did you say that? That's a little bit weird. He admitted that he didn't expect the words to come out. He was only mulling it over in his mind, looking at her dejected face. It was pity, wasn't it? A favor out of pity for this poor, lonely girl? Or was it penance? I don't mind. He did his best to not sound distressed. Perhaps a part of him wanted it to be true. Guillemot looked at Rosa and felt the same stirring of affection he had for her through the years. It wouldn't be much of a stretch, would it? He could protect her and care for her like a real father would. Hope began to sprout in his heart again. That dastardly thing grew like a weed. It veered dangerously close to breaking through his pride. Wouldn't it be a miracle? A child of his own flesh and blood, standing before him, full of love, disappointment, and confusion. Exactly how a child would look up to their parent. What a nice sentiment. By this time, Guillemot was already well acquainted with the dying screams of hope. He knew which soft, secret places to push it in order to kill it. You don't deserve that. Of course. Guillemot laughed almost a bit too loudly. Rosa winced. Don't look so troubled, my daughter. We're family, aren't we? Enough of such moody, sentimental topics. They bore me. Instead, why don't we start thinking about possibilities? Guillemot, please. She was still bent on changing his mind, but Guillemot could tell. You know, I should have made the joke. So he's a daddy guy, huh? He likes being called dad. God. But Guillemot could tell her resolve had all but fizzled out. Oh, again? You still haven't given up? I'll admit, you have some spirit. It's admirable that you'd go to such lengths for me. I mean it when I say I'm honored. But you are so naive. Tragedy is everybody's friend, Rosa. If you stay with him too long, his smell will linger on your skin. I don't care much for tragedies myself. I am more interested in opportunities. And what we have right now is a dawning, a beginning. Guillemot stepped closer to Rosa, touching her cheek with his palm. I'm scared of this. I don't know what's going on. You know, from the way it was described on the Steam store page, I had never expected it to be like this. Rosa was afraid, but she didn't make any attempts to run away this time. Aren't you glad you found me? You're not alone anymore. We are blood. You don't have to hide and cower to subject yourself to the motions of this cruel life. Enough of this fascination for glorified sacrifice. Come with me. Rosa stared up at him. What? Come with me, Rosa. He repeated his words with a cheerful smile. Let us leave this place and go far away. Start over. Doesn't that sound grand? It's about time you let go of the bad memories and face something new. Don't you think you owe yourself that much? And what of the victims you will continue to take, Guilme? What about them? What about them? I care little for strangers. It is you I want to make happy, Rosa. Please let me. I need you as much as you need me. Rosa bit her lip. Mother? I need you right now. Please let me hear your voice. She struggled with the pain in her heart. She was free-falling. Mother. And to hear her mother's voice. She had always been the ground she stood on. Both the pain on her bare feet and a place to stand. Whether she walked or chose to fly, that ground would be there when she landed. Such was the role of family. It didn't matter if she was her real mother or not. What mattered was the love she gave her. The memories were real. She was... Rosa's jaw clenched. She tasted the caustic realization in her mouth. Rosa? And that was when he felt an icy pain shoot through his chest. He looked down. There was a knife sticking out of him. The knife Rosa had stolen from the kitchen. I'm sorry. The blade clattered to the floor. Rosa's lip quivered. But I have to make this right. Guilme's body lost all strength. He slumped on the floor, blood staining his red shirt. His shirt red. He just laughed in amusement. Oh, you stupid girl. So, this is your response to my generous offer? Ugh, how trifling. Expected better from you. Guilme winced in pain. Been a while since I was stabbed. She knelt beside him. She didn't speak at once. That wound will not heal like the others, Guilme. Oh? I must end it here. For Catherine, for Mother, for all your victims, for you. I have to do the right thing. She said this aloud, but you only half believed it. The right thing, Was there such a thing? Rosa reveled in this confusion. The least she could do was to carry the burden of her choice for the rest of her life instead of forgetting. She had considered simply leaving him, unchanged and a prisoner of his own twisted ideals. She still could. If she reversed the spell now and allowed him to heal, then he would survive. Young, powerful, and healthy, but unchanged and carrying the same shadow in his heart. She had tried, hadn't she? Whatever he did next should be none of her concern. There was a pinch in Rosa's chest, but to know that she doomed him to make the same mistakes forever, to stop caring about him and degrade him into nothing but a failure, it seemed crueler somehow. It would make her like him. Guilme sat up wordlessly, his back pressed on the wall. This pain was different. The blood hadn't stopped leaking from his chest. He coughed and liquid flooded his lungs. It was getting harder to breathe. A part of him wanted to ask how she had found a way to kill him. It seemed quite pointless now, a waste of precious breath. He sat there bleeding, willing himself to anger. He thought of threatening her, demanding her to do something, but he didn't. He was surprised to find something else in his heart. Gratitude, of all things. Rosa held Guilme's hand as the blood continued to pour out of his wound. Dimly, Guilme reflected that she really did have spirit. The courage to do what he could not. He used the last of his strength to lift up his hand and wipe away her tears. Don't cry. I'm fine with this. His hand lingered on her face for a while. He searched his heart for anger, but for bitterness for this girl, but there was none. How curious it was to feel the steel in his heart and yet no hate for its wielder. How curious it was to know that this was all an act of love. Rosa, you are an anomaly. Fuck. You confuse me. Maybe if he had listened, would he have... Maybe she was right. He could change. But it was too late for him, wasn't it? It had been too late for him decades ago. Long after he had degraded life, including his own, as pointless and petty. That was the only regret. I wish we had met sooner. He took a deep breath. The pain in his chest throbbed with every breath. Still, it was only a distant buzzing in his mind. The pain was simply white noise. Marissa held his hand tighter. I'm sorry. Apologizing again. I thought I've made myself clear with that. Gimli coughed and tasted metal in his mouth. He chuckled and wiped it away. Honestly, this could have been much worse. Rosa, I was never strong enough to endure this life, but it looks like you are. That's good. You'll stay with me for a while, won't you? Please? Yes, Gilme. Take my journal with you. It might help. I would still wish for you to start anew. Board the ship, the papers. Take the money in my office. Use it to build a new life. Gimli coughed out red flecks of blood. He swallowed and his throat felt like it was on fire. He had a lot more to say, a lot more to tell her. He tried to speak as clearly as he could, despite the bulge climbing up his windpipe. Avoid small towns. They don't take to strangers kindly. You'll stick out like a sore thumb. Always present yourself as nobility or a person of influence. Give people another reason to think you're desirable. Otherwise, they will fear and hate you, confused by their own urges. His breathing was getting erratic. Also, remember to... Shh, please rest now. Rosa smiled sadly. You're still so generous, even if you are like this. Gimli smiled. Like what? He chuckled at the memory. Generosity is the only saving grace of the dying. Or a parent, I suspect. I am happy I found you, Father. I'm happy I found you, Father. Likewise. The last few years I have spent with you were my happiest. Gimli stared at her, his vision clear now. He pushed a strand of hair away from her face and touched her cheek fondly. How lovely. What a lovely image. Please don't kiss. That would be gross. My daughter. Rosa's eyes filled with tears at this. You were beautiful. At the end, I got to meet you. To know that something good came from my existence. It is not so bad. I love you, Rosa. As do I, Father. Please, be free. Achievement unlocked! Gilme's redemption! Death gave the heart a final gift of bliss. He savored this. Thank you, Rosa. The two of them crouched alone in a corner, cherishing each other's warmth for as long as it lasted. The candle's wick expired and the room was plunged in darkness. Darling? Yes, Mother. I know it was hard, but all the same I am grateful. Mother didn't sound spiteful or on edge this time. She was simply serene. Rosa got up, looking down at him one last time. Mother, I cannot get rid of this feeling that I should have done things differently. Should I have done more? Should I have sacrificed more? Yeah, well, yeah, there are a few more endings, yeah, Rosa. There's a secret ending. Achievement unlocked! Play it again! Tears once again stung her eye. I wish I could turn back time and change something. Anything. Well, lucky for you, this is a game and I've saved everything. So we will be doing that, but not now. Because this has gone on too long. We'll continue it next week. I feel so powerless. I I understand. Loss will always hurt, my darling. It makes us vulnerable. But you must know that changing things does not guarantee happiness. Do you understand? Yes. Oh, my darling. I wish I was there to hold you. What are you going to do now? I don't know. Whichever direction you head, I will be with you. I know you will, Mother. Your presence has saved me, as it always does. You reminded me that nothing lost should be thrown away. Catherine Gilmay and you will always be with me. I am not alone. I am proud of you, my beautiful daughter. The first rays of light slipped past the window and touched her face. Rosa left the room to welcome the dawn. Achievement unlocked! Closure! Wow. Ending 2. Dawning. Ooh. Fancy. Wow. That was good. My throat kind of hurts though, because I've been talking for so long, but am I supposed to click again? Okay, there you go. So yeah, that was interesting. Wow. So next episode I'll be doing ending number 1. And well, yeah, that will be good. And then there's also a secret ending apparently. There's a secret ending that we can do as well. And then there's some, you know. And then there's just extra achievements that I can get too. Oh, and there's an epilogue too. Oh. Start the extra end. What? In this section mentioned above. Start the extra end. Okay. And I guess there's an extra end. Oh, right. Your main purpose is revenge. You opened Gilmay's locket. You told Rosa that family is the most important thing. You wanted to read more of Gilmay's journal. You took Gilmay's key. You didn't believe Gilmay could change. You advised Rosa to take the knife from the kitchen. 77% complete. So we're almost done. We got a few more things to go through, you know. But, you know, that's cool because I like this game. And I think it's really interesting and fun. So, that being said, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Cupid and you want to see more, then leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!